Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 7. I am very excited because this is going to be my first actual video podcast. So, for those of you who have only been listening on Spotify, just be aware that I'm now doing videos as well. So, keep an eye out for my YouTube channel that I'll be creating. How fun! Um, what the fuck? Like, who thought I would have been doing a fucking YouTube channel? Never. Never me. But that's okay. I'm actually really excited. I'm going to be getting like a proper camera, a proper microphone because I hate the microphone I have right now. It's actually quite shit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but if not, then that's great. Anyways, let's move on and get right into today's episode, which is all about how to let go of resentment and move on because this is something that I feel like so many people can relate to. And it's something that I feel is really important that we are able to let go of because having resentment after a relationship has broken down or someone has hurt you, moving forward with your life and still allowing someone else to have an influence on you, it's it's going to do absolutely nothing for you. It's going to hold you back. It's going to stunt your spiritual growth. It's going to make you feel powerless. And resentment is just a low fucking vibe. It's a low vibe, and it's not a vibe that you want to be vibrating at. It's just going to bring down your entire energy field altogether, to be honest. I've experienced this many times in my life, and that I've had like situations where I've literally let it affect me and I've held on to resentment for years. Years. And it is really easy to get caught up in holding on to something and trying to find all the answers and replaying the situation in your head over and over again and thinking of the things that you wish you could have said, the things that you could have done, thinking of things that you should have done better. And it's just a fucking hole. It's a hole and it's a cycle. And one thing that we need to realize is that while we are sitting here resenting this person and allowing this person to take up so much of our mental space, that person is has just moved on with their life, and we're here allowing them to take up so much of our mental energy, thinking about that person, thinking about the things they've done and how hurt we are. And we need to realize that having resentment is not going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything to that person. It's just going to affect you and bring you down. So out of self respect and love for ourselves, we need to learn to let that shit the fuck go. What it really comes down to at the end of the day is just being able to change your perspective on the situation. Looking at things differently can make all the fucking difference. And that's what I'm going to be going through today is some things for you guys to kind of realize and to implement into your brain chemistry. Now, this can apply to friendships, relationships, any kind of relationship where you have been hurt by someone, your trust has been broken, someone's treated you poorly, or a relationship has broken down and ended on terms that you feel out of control, you feel powerless, you're hurt, you just don't understand, and a lot of the time we do feel out of control. And that's one of the hardest things is people and our human brains love to be in control. So when someone shows us with our actions or their actions that, they don't value us and they treat us in a way that we weren't expecting, in a way that we did not want and we know that we didn't deserve, it's going to really, really fucking get to us because we have no control over it. And that's okay. The first thing I feel is that we really do need to understand that we have no control over how other people choose to treat us. If someone takes it upon themselves to treat us like shit, to put us down, to break our trust, that's on them. And we have no control over that. And we really need to start to learn to let go of trying to control those situations and really just accept that this person has made that decision. Now, like I said, I have experienced this many times before in my life, but most recently, I'm going to share this story a little bit just because it does strongly relate to this topic. And so essentially, recently I lost my best fucking friend, right? And it was a friendship where I love this girl. I fucking love this girl. And I had never felt such a deep, intense connection in a friendship before. And throughout my life, it has been really hard for me to find friendships where it's like that really deep emotional understanding and just really feeling understood by another person. And I feel like I really had that with this friend. I felt like we got each other on a lot of different levels. I felt like we were very similar. And it was one of those friendships where I saw myself in her or part of myself. And I trusted this girl with my life. And it got to a point where essentially I had found out that this girl had been talking about me behind my back, and it fucking killed me. It fucking killed me. It was a situation where there was communication needed from both sides. And I thought that we had the kind of friendships where we could come to each other about anything. And, because we told each other literally everything. But then I found out that she was saying stuff about me behind my back to multiple people. And it fucking killed me. I was like, this is not who I thought you were, because to my face, everything was fine. She was so sweet to my face, but then behind closed doors, it was the complete opposite. And it fucking broke my heart. It really did. But I wanted to give the relationship another chance, and I wanted to give her another chance because it seemed that, she had taken accountability and she had felt bad, and she was telling me that, she wanted to prioritize our friendship more, and she wanted to, fix her mistakes and pretty much just learn to be better in our friendship. So I gave it another chance, and moving forward, I just felt a bit embarrassed because I was the only one fighting for the friendship. I was the only one trying to get her to communicate. I was doing everything I could to fix this relationship because although she had really hurt me and she might not have been exactly who I thought she was, I wanted her in my life because I feel like when you really, really love someone and you really trust someone and you've shared so much with someone, you do want to fix things. You want to give them another chance just because you don't want to let them go. And I didn't. And I really did have hope, but nothing had changed. Nothing had changed. And I felt like she kind of, in a way, just emotionally ghosted me. And it broke my heart because I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, I felt like I didn't do anything to deserve that. And I had to end that friendship. I had to walk away. To be honest, it was already over, but I was in denial. I was in complete denial because this girl had shown me time and time again through her actions that she did not value our friendship the same way that I did. And it just wasn't something that was a priority to her anymore. And instead of just taking that at face value and accepting that and letting it go, I kept trying to fight for the friendship. I kept trying to fix it. I just kept trying and trying and trying, and it was getting nowhere. So I had to walk away. And one of the hardest parts about it was she was completely fine with that. She was completely fine with me walking away. It did not matter to her, and it sucked because it was one of the hardest things that I have ever had to do. So that's a little bit of my life recently. And so after that, I was feeling very, very resentful, so angry, and just like trying to wrap my head around how this person could do this to me, how things could go so wrong. I kept replaying the whole entire friendship over and over again in my head, thinking about, what I could have done differently, what I could have done more of, what I shouldn't have done. And I was just putting this whole situation on myself and thinking that I had control over it instead of just accepting that I had no control over it. If someone does not see your worth and does not value you in their life, there is nothing that you can do to get that person to change their mind, to get that person to see your worth and to act accordingly. And take it from me, take it from me. There's nothing you can do. So stop replaying the situation, the relationship, and thinking, what should I have done? What could I have not done? What should I have said? No. I would buy this girl flowers. I would take her cat to the vet. I would leave her little notes, just letting her know how much she means to me. I did everything that I could in my power to be the best friend that I could ever be. And that was not enough. That was not enough. Someone that truly values you and truly loves you will love you for everything that you are and will fight to be in your life. If that person's not fighting for you, if that person did not fight for you, was happy for you to not be a part of their life, good riddance. Good fucking riddance. Take that for what it is and don't do what I did and try to get someone to see your worth, try to get someone to see that you are worth fighting for. Because all that's going to do is make you feel powerless and make you feel even more undervalued, because every time that you are chasing someone and you are trying to get someone to see your worth, you are telling yourself that this is what you deserve. You are undervaluing yourself by trying to get someone to treat you a certain way when they clearly are showing you that they just don't see it that way. Another thing that I feel like we tend to do in these kinds of situations is we try so hard to explain to this person how they made us feel. We try to get them to understand, what they have done and how much it has hurt us, and just try to get them to see like the impact that their actions have had on us. And I did this as well. But we need to realize that people are just not going to be able to understand unless someone is actually willing to take accountability and put themselves in your shoes and have that sympathy and want to self reflect. There's nothing that we can do to get that person to understand how we truly feel and how their actions have truly impacted us. So, sending this person paragraphs and paragraphs, or constantly trying to beg this person to see how they have affected us and trying to communicate our feelings across and get them to understand is a waste of time. More than likely, if this person just does not care, and unfortunately, in a lot of cases, that is the case where this person just does not give a fucking flying fuck. And in those cases, that person is just not going to be willing and open to see your side. And this person is living a completely different reality to you, a completely different perspective. So if they're not open to seeing your side and understanding the impact of their actions, there's nothing that you can do to get that person to understand. So walk away. Walk away. Let it go. Someone that truly loves you and deserves a place in your life and truly values you and your emotions, you're not going to have to beg them to see your worth. You shouldn't even be having to beg them to see that how their actions have impacted you in the first place, because they wouldn't do anything to fucking hurt you. And if they did, they would do everything in their power to make it right without you having to ask. So just take that. Now, one thing that is a huge change of perspective that I feel everyone really needs to learn and get the idea of: when someone has hurt us, someone has walked out on us, and we are feeling so resentful, is understanding that people and the way that people treat you and everyone else in their life is always a projection of themselves and how they feel about themselves and their life. So if someone has hurt you when all you have done is try to show up and be a good person and be the best version of yourself for them, if someone has done wrong by you, that is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. That has nothing to do with you. Nothing. Even if this person is making it out to be like this has everything to do with you and that this is your fault, and that you deserve this, you do not. You do not. People who love themselves and love their life, people who have self worth and self respect, happy people don't hurt people that care about them, people that love them. It just does not work like that. Hurt people hurt people. And I love that saying, and it's such a cliche, but it is so fucking true. Because even for myself, and I have seen this so many times in so many different situations throughout my life, I can even talk from my own perspective. There have been times in my life where I have treated people poorly, I have acted out, I have abandoned people, I have made mistakes in my life as well. I've been a shit cunt, as I'm sure everyone has, because no one's fucking perfect. But when I look back to those times where I was capable of doing that, I was fucking miserable. I was miserable. I had no self esteem. I was insecure. I felt like the world was against me. I hated myself. So, really, just understand that. Hurt people hurt people. So, the next time that you are sitting there and you're so resentful towards this person for how they have treated you and how they've made you feel, just ask yourself, is this person a truly happy person? Does this person truly love themselves? Because for someone to be able to do that to you, there is a disconnect there on their behalf, on how they see themselves, on how they feel about themselves and their life. So instead of being like, oh, fuck this person, like, how dare you, like, you're such a, blah, 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 that person, honestly, you can switch that to feeling bad for them. And I know it sounds contradictory because they're the ones that have hurt you, but we need to stop receiving that so strongly and absorbing that so much into like us and who we are as a person, and more start thinking and seeing that that's not a reflection of me and what I deserve, that's a reflection of you. 100%. 100%. So stop taking it as a reflection of you and your character and what you deserve. People are constant just reflections of their inside world. If people are self sabotaging, pushing other people away, lying to people, betraying people, talking behind people's back, that is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. That is a reflection of their insecurities. And I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but it's such an important thing to get the grasp of, because that realization makes it so much easier to just kind of let go and be like, oh, that's on you. Like, you are capable of doing that. That must suck for you. Living your life feeling like you don't know how to love someone because at the end of the day you don't love yourself, that's fucking sad. That's sad. And until this person takes accountability and changes their ways and actually learns to love and value themselves, they're going to keep this pattern going throughout their life. And it's not just you. I guarantee it. You're not the only one that this person has done that to. 100%. And even if they're not taking accountability and they don't realize that, that's okay. That's fucking fine. And I feel like a lot of the time we sit there, and I know this is the next thing. I know so many people, when we feel resentment, we sit there and we want them to get their karma. We want justice. We're like waiting for karma to get them. And that's not a healthy thing, first of all, because it's like a little bit devilish, a little bit, oh my goodness, like I just want this person to feel the way that I have been made to feel by them. I completely get that. I do. But we do need to realize that that person is probably already living that karma. If this person is living a life filled with misery and lack of self love, that's not a nice life to be living. People don't hurt good people and just get away with it and just live a happy life filled with pure love and happiness and wealth and all the good things. That's not how it works. People don't get away with treating people like shit, especially when it's people that love and care about them. Good people. It doesn't work like that. So stop sitting there and waiting for this person to get their karma and learn their lesson just so you can move on with your life. You can move on with your life now. You do not have to wait until, this person has a downfall or this person gets their karma for you to be able to move on with your life. That's just holding you back, and you're doing a disservice to yourself because, in a way, you're trying to prove something to someone. When we get hurt by someone, we just want to like prove something to this person. Whether it's, you might be posting on social media like, oh, look how good my life is, or look how much better I'm doing, and blah, blah, blah. If you're doing that, you're still holding yourself back and you are still giving yourself your power away to this person. You're still allowing this person to have an influence on your life by trying to prove something to them, to try and get them to see, like, look what you've lost. Look what, I bet you're feeling real shit about it now. No, we're not wasting our time doing that. No, 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 no. That person probably will realize down the track what they have lost, what they have done. But by the time that happens, we need to be in a position where we don't give a fuck and we don't want that back in our lives. Because why would you want that in your life? If this person has shown you that they don't value you, that they're okay with you not being in their life, that they're okay with hurting you, that is not someone that loves you. And you do not want to sit around and wait for that person to come back in your life. Fuck no. That's a joke. We're not doing that. So instead of sitting around blaming ourselves, blaming this person, wishing on their downfall, trying to prove something to this person when they're not even in our life and they've moved on, they're living their life, not giving a single flying fuck. Instead of all of that, we need to, one, ask ourselves, okay, what have I learned from this situation? What have I learned? Because in every single shitty situation that you experience in your life, there is something that you can take from it to improve yourself, to improve your inner strength. The only closure that you need is understanding that you did everything that you could. You gave everything that you could. You tried to the best of your abilities to make this relationship work. And that person fucked it up. That person fucked it up. It's on them. So that's the only closure you need. You can walk away knowing that you did your best, you did what you could, and this person took it upon themselves to ruin that. That is not your loss. That is not your loss. If anything, we should be thanking that person. Thank you for showing me who you truly are. Thank you for showing me what you're capable of. Thank you for showing me how you speak about me when I'm not there. Thank you for showing me that I don't have to waste my time. Thank you. Thank you. Because as soon as someone shows you who they truly are, you need to just accept that and be like, thank God I have seen that now, and I can move the fuck on with my life without waiting for them to come back, without waiting for them to, see what they have done, see what they have lost, and walk back into your life and try to make things better just so they can probably do it again. We're not doing that. Out of self-love and self-respect for yourself, you need to walk away understanding that this person acted from a place of misery, and just understanding that had nothing to do with you. That had nothing to do with you. Stop allowing that person to have power over you by thinking about them constantly on your day to day life and having such resentment towards them. Take that energy away from that person and put it into yourself. There are so many different things that we can do to really just change the perspective on things, to understand why people act the way that they do. And honestly, a lot of the time, we don't even need to have all the answers. We don't need to fully understand, why someone works the way that they do, because that has nothing to do with us at all. Another thing that can really help with letting go of resentment is to forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Not for that person's benefit, not to say that that person, what they did is right or excusable in any way, shape, or form, but to forgive for yourself. Send them love anyway. Send them love anyway. And that's one of the most powerful things that you can do. When I think of, this girl and just the whole situation, the whole friendship, obviously I sit there and I'm like, that really sucked, like the way that this person treated me, that was fucking shit. But the way I look at it is I know that this person had a lot of issues, a lot of things going on, and a lot of sadness in their life. And so when I think about this person, I just think, you know what? I'm sending you love anyway. I'm sending you love for all the times that you were there for me and all the amazing memories that we did have, because you don't have to just look at the negatives when someone hurts you in some way. It's a lot easier to just be thankful for the amazing experiences that you've had with this person and say, you know what? Thank you for that. But I deserve better now. I deserve better now. And wish them the best. Send them love anyway. Love and resentment cannot coexist together in your heart. And having love for someone, even though they have hurt you to such an extent, that's a powerful fucking thing. That is a powerful fucking thing. And just the fact that you are so hurt over this person shows how much love that you have to give. And that's amazing. That's an amazing quality to have. So you don't have to sit there and you don't have to, send this person a message forgiving them and saying everything was okay. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that and even doing like a forgiveness meditation and being like, just sending them love, sending them love. Stop taking their actions and bringing that onto yourself and being like, you know, absorbing that into yourself. You don't need to. You need to take yourself and step back from the situation and be like, you know what, that actually fucking sucks for you. That sucks for you. That you live in that reality where you feel that you have to treat people like that. That sucks. I'm sending you love anyway. Thank you for showing me your true colors. And thank you, universe, for allowing me to see what I deserve more of, and what I will not be tolerating. Letting go of resentment will fucking level your energy the fuck up. Okay? It will change your life for the better, and it will allow you to let in the blessings that are really meant for you rather than just sitting around and waiting for, these people that don't even want to be in your life and don't value you, waiting for them to, see what they've lost. And no. No, no, no. Love them anyway, or send them love anyway, and let the fuck go. Take your lessons and keep building onto yourself. So that concludes today's episode. I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Be kind to yourselves, love yourselves.